Okay, what's up? It's your boy Nando. I'm back. Happily back, too. So, you're here for something called a tip. But before I start with a tip, I gotta tell you something that happened to me today that I find kind of interesting. I went on lunch, a happy birthday lunch for one of my coworkers, who happens to be my boss, and I learned that one thing that you must know: try to get involved in the conversation. Don't be that awkward person who sits in the corner of the booth. That's exactly who I was. I was that person who just didn't really talk because I felt like I shouldn't be here with you guys. But you should be there with these guys. You know, this is probably what you want to do with your life. Anyway, let's get straight to the tips, alright? So, it's kind of funny I said this is what you want to do with your life. My tip is, if this is not what you want to do with life, you find yourself involved in your internship and you start to feel like, this is not what I want to do. I'm not happy here. You should always go about this in the correct way, and the best way to do it is to finish out your internship. Don't quit midway. Don't stop giving hard work, because you never know how that's going to reflect you in the future. Keep giving your all, even if you hate it, even if you don't want to do it. Just think of it as something else. Find a way to make it fun for you. And that's a lot to ask of anybody in the world, I feel, but just remember this key fact right here. If you hate it, if you just can't stand it, people will just know, and they won't put a lot of pressure on you to do a lot. But just in general, don't quit in the middle of something just because you don't like it. Finish it out, do your best, make as many connections as you can, because they could help you in some other field of life. I mean, in the future, they could be the asset that helps you get to where you really want to be. And I'm going to pass it to my boy right here. Bam.
If I have to give any advice, it'd probably be to foster relationships. It's whether that's just having a 5-minute morning conversation with your supervisor about how her day was or her trip was. They want you to care about what they're doing or what their life is like. And so if you just kind of ask these questions, like, how is it a busy day today? How stressed you usually are. It's just good that they know that you care. And I have two tips. Is that okay?
Yeah, give your tips.
Okay, so my second tip is, if you ever see yourself just sitting there, right? The other interns are on Facebook. It's going to happen. And some of the other interns might not care that that's happening to them, where they really aren't getting any work, and they're really just having to sit there and just kind of do whatever with their day. Email people. Just email anyone you can. If there's like a creative director, if there's someone that you kind of know but you don't really know, email them. Be like, hey, I'm kind of interested in what copywriting or whatever field they're in. Can I just come and talk to you for a second? Can I see what you do? Can you give me some projects? And then down the line, like now, this is like 2 months in, I don't even have to email them anymore. They email me. They come to me now because they already know my name. They already have my email on their directory. And it works that way, because they're not always going to come to you.
It won't. And last but not least, this beautiful lady on my right.
Yeah, hi. My tip would be to always stay positive, no matter what situation you're in, because complaining is not going to help you with anything. Have a good attitude, because, some of us don't like our internships, or maybe it isn't what we thought it would be. And you might not be having fun, but I think every opportunity you have a chance to learn. And if it's not what you wanted, you wouldn't have known if you didn't have this chance, maybe. So I just say, just try not to complain if you can prevent it.
Yes.
Amen to that.
That's true. Try not to complain.
Because that's what everyone does, and it kind of shows through your personality. And those who eventually will look to hire you can probably see that.
All right, so as I always say, leave a comment if you have anything you want me to say, interview somebody, questions in general. If you love life, if you love my shirt, if you think I should wear a tie again, because I know a lot of you thought it looked good in a tie, and I thought so too. If you love this background, actually it's artistic this time. We have a painting. We've upgraded. We've moved on up. Just putting it out there, love the background, although I feel like nobody watches anyway, so why am I always asking about the background, saying post a comment? But anyway, back to being positive, because that's what we're talking about here, being positive and doing well. Leave a comment if you want me to interview somebody in the agency. You have the August 10th, because that's my last day at my job. So if you want me to interview a project manager, a account person, a creative, art direction, copywriter, anybody, new business, somebody in advertising, let me know, all right? And I do have plans to actually interview somebody who's not in an advertising agency. She's a marketer. She works for. I'm not going to tell you. You should tune into that one. It's going to be special. It's coming soon. Maybe this week. I don't know. I keep forgetting to contact her, but it's going to happen. Anyway, as I always say, stay frosty.